Hi everyone. I'm sorry if this video isn't up to par. My usual webcam decided that it didn't want to work, so I'm recording from the webcam built into my laptop. So I'm sorry if there's some shadow and stuff. I wanted to put together a makeup look that I had created for a concert that I had gone to in May. So let's see how this works out. So what I did was I basically just applied my foundation to save time. And I will link all that information for all the stuff that I'm using in the description below. But I wanted to add one thing that I really do like when I put on my makeup is to have any type of like a wet nap or anything like that, because it really helps keep things clean and just kind of picks up makeup and all that stuff. So let's start. As you can see, let me take my glasses off so you guys can see. I put on, again, just my base makeup, which was my foundation, and just a little bit, which is my foundation and my primer and my concealer. So I wanted to talk about this e.l.f. primer really quick. I've mentioned it in 2 other videos before, and I really did like it. It doesn't have very much of a silicone smell. It's very easy to apply, and it leaves your skin feeling breathable. You don't feel like you're wearing a mask or anything like that. So let's get to this eye look and we'll see what happens. Let's hope I don't make the world's biggest mess. So let's get started. So what I try to do usually when I do my makeup again is I do just my base face and then I kind of go from there. So I'm going to try to put on some blush and highlighter and stuff. So this was the blush palette that I used from BH Cosmetics. And let me grab a little sample of a highlighter that I have because I still have some left in here. And I really do like this company. You guys can read it, which is Vapour Beauty. And they do have samples, so I'll add information for that as well. They have, you can order 5 little samples like this. They're like dime size samples for $15, which are pretty good. I actually got that for my mom for Mother's Day. But I'm getting off track, so let's get this taken care of before I ramble for like ever in a day. So what this is basically kind of like a highlighter. And I love it because it's very, very pretty and it's very shimmery. And as you can see, this is just the base end of the sample itself. So I'm just kind of trying to use it. I actually bought the full-size stick recently, but I'm trying to finish up the little samples that I have first. So what I did was the other day that I actually did my makeup was I actually used it kind of like a primer for my lids, and it really did help boost my eyeshadow, I think. But let me just, if you'll excuse me, I'll turn around real quick so I can see what I'm doing with my mirror that's off to the side, and then I'll be right back. So I'm back. I don't know if you guys can really tell that I have it on, but I'm assuming you probably can thanks to the ring light. So as you can see, I think I may have put a little too much on, but it evens itself out. I really do like it because since it's a cream-based highlighter, it's very easy to use and it's very blendable. So let's move on to the next step, and I'll go ahead and I'll put on some blush. I'm usually not very good at this, so, and once again, I'm kind of out of my element in terms of this, so we'll figure out how this works. So, you know what? Hold on. Let me put on the setting powder first, and then I'll put on the blush. Find the right brush. So this e.l.f. Cosmetics setting powder is actually really nice. I really did like it. The only con I found is the way that the container is put together. It comes with a little puff, if you guys have seen the previous video. But the only thing that I don't like is that it has like this little rotating, it basically has like a rotating shaker, which it's kind of a con because it makes a mess. But I understand that it keeps the product from being contaminated from your makeup brush. So what you basically do is you just tap it out into the top. And it's white, but it's sheer. And it's also sold in 2 different colors, which is a yellow, and I think the other one's kind of like a pink color. Sorry, it's a little dusty and it's making my nose itchy. So once again, I just kind of swirl it around my face. And I noticed that when I took a picture the other day that I tried it the first time, I didn't have a lot of flashback. Some people had said, when I was reading the information, had said that they had flashback from the product, but I didn't notice any. But once again, you will have to blend it in to fit your needs, to make sure that you don't have like any powdery buildup, I guess. So I think that should be good enough. Let's hope. So what I usually do is I just tap back whatever's left in the lid and then just put everything back. It does, again, come with a puff, but I don't really use the puffs very much. That's the only bad thing, is it's really dusty. But it works really well, but it's extremely, extremely dusty. So let me move on to my blush really quick. Again, sorry people, I'm out of my element, so it was worth a try. So what I did was I just kind of blended, say this one, the darker shade, and the lighter shade next to it, and then I also added a little bit of that like gold highlight. So I thought it was kind of pretty. It was too much. Or you could just do the gold highlight on your own, depending on what your desired effect was. Like I said, I'm not really good at this, so, you know, we're trying. Basic, nothing fancy eyeliner. I can't use liquid eyeliners, so I just kind of stick with what I like. And all in all, let me start with this. So let's get this thing out of the way. So what I did is I actually used the matte black as a base coat. So let's try this and let's hope I don't make a really big mess. And I found that if I use my finger, I have more control, as opposed to when I use a makeup brush, because I tended to have more fall off with the makeup brush than my finger, which was weird. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. You can go over once you're done, and kind of blend it out with the makeup brush, which I will. But I just always feel that if I use my finger, it works a little better. Then since I had put on the highlighter underneath, it seems to, the eyeshadow seems to stick to it a lot better. So as you can see, I tend to have some uneven spots. So I'll fix that really quick. But if you wanted to leave your look like this, you could, if you wanted to go for like a goth look, but that would be a whole discussion for a whole. Just a basic eyeshadow brush. As you can see, this one's been very well used. And I went in with the blue in this palette, which is Aries, and I just kind of loaded up my brush a little bit at a time on both sides, as you can see, and then I'll apply it, and let's hope I don't make a big mess again. Because what I like to do is I just kind of pat it on and bring it outward. That's what that looks like. And I'll do it for the other side. I really did like this BH Cosmetics palette because it's very pigmented, as you can see. I use Gemini, so I just kind of lightly tap the fluffy brush a little bit until it picked up some of the color, because this brush is a little weird. And then I just kind of tapped it on. Kind of tapped it over a little bit, so it gave it a little bit of a dimensional look. This was the highlight that I used, and this one happened to be named Chill Pill. So again, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to turn around really quick. Oh, you know what? I'll just use this. So what I did was I just kind of tried to slide it across as sort of like kind of like an eyeliner, or just as a captivating color across the top and bottom of the lid. So let's hope I don't make a big mess. And I'm not very good at making straight lines, so forgive me, people. I know I probably got most of it on my eyelid, on my eyelashes. So let's see how this works out. The nice part about this eyeliner is the highlights, is that the little foam brush is very useful to applicator. So it kind of conforms to your base. And then what I did at the bottom was I kind of use it as a kind of like as under my lashes. I will tell you, if anybody ever needs something, these little pencil holders are great for small stuff. So let me just put this on, which is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. You can use any lip color that you want, but I just happened, since I had this sitting around, this melting pout in Gelebrity, I thought that it would kind of work because it's dark. I also have some other stuff too, but I think I'll just stick with this one. If you want a darker lip that's like darker than this, you can also add, if you happen to have a black, you can add a black at the bottom, which I've done, and it does intensify the darkness of this color. So this was basically my final look. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.